Join us as we dive into the wild world of government auctions and take you behind the scenes to uncover the cool and unique ways bidders from across America are utilizing the items they've won on Municibid. Like an ambulance repurposed into a work truck, to a city bus converted into an RV, and so much more. Welcome to the Municibid Podcast. A few weeks ago, we talked about the pros and cons of buying a retired police car, and I wanted to share similar insights into fire trucks. As a kid, you probably dreamed of driving a fire truck. Other than working for a fire department when you grew up, it probably never seemed like it could be a reality. But I have good news. The public can buy retired fire trucks. You don't need to be an EMS professional to own a fire truck. You're also in a great buying position because there are more retired fire trucks than there is demand for them. Used fire trucks are a lot cheaper than buying new. To give you perspective, a new fire engine can be hundreds of thousands of dollars to over $1 million depending on the features and equipment it is outfitted with. A used fire truck is generally in the thousands to tens of thousands range. That's a lot more affordable. The price varies due to brand, size, equipment, age, and capabilities. Since fire trucks are so expensive to buy new, why do fire departments sell their vehicles? Generally, fire departments use their fire engines for decades before replacing them. It's not unusual to see fire engines from the 1980s and 90s and older up at auction. As with any vehicle, there's going to be maintenance and there's going to be repairs needed. And that can be another factor. A fire truck can be getting to an age where it's hard to find parts, and so a department decides to sell it and get a new truck. When sold, it could become a parts vehicle for someone else, a prop, or a restoration project vehicle. Though availability fluctuates, you can find fire apparatus parts and accessories on Municibid. Other times, a fire department's needs change. They may need a larger or smaller vehicle to transport more equipment or personnel, or to have easier access to remote areas. So now that you've decided you must have a fire truck, the kid in you really wants a fire truck. Which one do you pick? There are a lot of different types of fire trucks, from aerial trucks to water tenders or tankers. Well, what are you looking to do with your fire truck? Volunteer departments will purchase retired fire trucks to put back into service because it's much more economical than buying a new fire truck and can already be outfitted with equipment they need. The tankers and other fire trucks with water tanks are used for having a portable water source. Similarly, a ladder truck can be used for landscaping and farming. People get creative with how they use their fire trucks. A fire truck can be a prop on an airsoft or a paintball field or turned into an RV. Some fire trucks can be readily turned into a work truck. They have a lot of storage space for tools and equipment and can have towing capabilities. If you're looking for a truck to drive around town, there are brush trucks that are converted pickups that may have storage boxes, hose reels, or other firefighting accessories that could be removed or repurposed. If you really want a fire engine, a smaller one is going to be easier to park. Take into consideration the length, width, and height of the vehicle for maneuverability as well as storage space requirements. A garage or barn with ample space and a tall ceiling is ideal. If you plan to store the vehicle outdoors, invest in a durable cover to protect it from the elements. Do you need a CDL to drive a fire engine? Overall, a fire engine will fall under the conventional requirements for a CDL. If you're using it as an RV or for a farm, there may be exceptions. Check with your local DMV, as each area can have different rules for their exemptions. We highly recommend inspecting the fire truck in person before placing a bid. Key areas to inspect include the frame, suspension, brakes, tires, and engine. Look for signs of rust, structural damage, or leaks. Ensure that all safety features, such as seatbelts and emergency brakes, are functional. If the fire truck has a ladder or aerial device, have it inspected for stability and proper operation. Questions to ask when looking at buying a used fire truck. If you're thinking of cruising on the highway often, check what the top speed of the fire truck is before buying. Some fire trucks have top speeds of 50 to 60 miles per hour. Even if you're not planning to drive your fire truck on the highway regularly, it's a good thing to know for your trip planning if you're flying in to pick up the fire truck and drive it back. Also, they can have very poor fuel efficiency, so factor that into your travel costs and overall purchase cost for the fire truck. And if you're looking at a fire truck for the water tank, Ask if it pumps, the size of the water tank, the gallons per minute, and when the last pump test was done. Most often, any equipment on the fire truck will be removed by the fire department and used on another fire truck. If there's equipment that you'd like to remain with the fire truck, ask the seller. For example, if you're wanting a fire truck for portable water, ask if the deck gun and nozzle is staying with the fire truck. Sometimes they'll be included, and it can save you time and money to find another one. Some fire trucks have generators that are used for powering lights and power tools while firefighters are at a scene. If you're looking at a fire truck to convert into a work truck or RV, a generator comes in handy. Ask if the generator comes with the vehicle or if it'll be removed. If you're looking at a large fire truck, ask if it has a Jake brake. AC and heating may be something to ask, particularly for older fire trucks and depending on the climate it's in and where you're thinking about taking it. Overall, fire departments take good care of their vehicles. Sometimes fire trucks will sit in reserve as backup vehicles for a while before they are listed up for auction. Batteries, brakes, and tires are the most common items that need to be replaced when a vehicle has been sitting. Ask when a fire truck was taken out of service. Remember, once a fire truck is retired from a fire department, it doesn't have the privileges of an EMS vehicle unless you're putting it back into service at another fire department. If you're an individual not using the fire truck for emergency services, you can't speed down the highway with lights and sirens blaring. Insuring and registering a retired fire truck can be more complicated than a standard vehicle. Contact your insurance provider to discuss coverage options for your specific use case. Some insurance companies may require a commercial policy, while others might offer specialized coverage for vintage or collector vehicles. Registration requirements for fire trucks vary by state and local regulations. Some states have specific classifications for former emergency vehicles, while others treat them like any other commercial truck. Research the registration process in your area and gather the necessary documentation before making your purchase. Buying a retired fire truck is an exciting venture that requires careful consideration and planning. By understanding the pros and cons, asking the right questions, and prioritizing safety and maintenance, you can find the perfect fire truck to fulfill your dreams. Whether you're using your fire truck for work, recreation, or as a piece of history, remember to enjoy the journey. Owning a fire truck is a unique experience that allows you to connect with a piece of history and share your passion with others. As you embark on this adventure, be prepared for the challenges and rewards that come with owning a specialized vehicle. With dedication and enthusiasm, your fire truck will become a cherished part of your life and a source of pride for years to come.
Thank you for tuning into the Municipal Podcast. If you'd like to learn more about the world of government surplus, be sure to subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts.